without decisions, we'll be having critical problems. So business mathematics and business statistics are critical components in the collection, organizing, analyzing, and interpretation of data in order to make what? Decisions. Now, there are two very important decisions that people make in life. Number one is emotional decision, and then number two is rational decision. Now, what is emotional decision? Emotional decisions are decisions you make because of your feelings. Just you feel that you want to do something and you do it without thinking the outcome, the results. Now, rational decisions are decisions which are made out of the given information. You do the rationale, you do your analysis and understand, if I take this particular action, what will be the outcome? Now, we will find people doing what you call emotional decision. Have you ever done any emotional decision in your life? Elizabeth, have you ever done any emotional decision in your life? Or even you can't tell? Patrick? Or you guys, you don't have decisions, you don't make decisions. So at the end, we are saying business statistics, business mathematics, and business statistics are all necessary information in the decision making. When you have the right information, you make the right decision. When you have the wrong information, you make the wrong decisions. So the introduction now, our introduction part of business statistics. What do you mean by business statistics? As we have said, the body of techniques used to facilitate the collection, organizing, presentation, analyzing, and presentation of data for the purpose of making better decisions. Please remember this, it is a process. And this process entails, number one, collection of data. Then you organize the data. Then you do analysis of the data, and then you do now the presentation of the data. Now, when you do the presentation of the data, those who can make use of this information are called users. The consumers of this information can make decisions. The consumers can be internal users or external users, can be the management, employees, investors, government. So these information are critical in decision making, and not only decision, a better decision. Statistics refer to the classified facts representing the condition of the people in the state, especially those facts which can be stated in numbers or tables of numbers or in any tabular classified arrangement. That is according to Webster definition. So when you read Webster, it's actually giving you, when you talk about statistics, it's all about converting information which are in number form into tables or any other form. So when you give that your data in terms of charts, graphs, tables, and any other classified arrangement, then we talk about statistics. Means a research for truth, knowledge, or information. So statistics is a research for truth, knowledge, and information. Statistic investigation means statistical survey, scientific and systematic collection of data, and their analysis with the help of various statistical methods and their interpretation, so as to throw the light on some problem to fulfill a certain purpose after making a suitable plan. So that is statistics. That is business statistics. And as we said, it is a science of learning from data and of measuring, controlling, and communicating uncertainty. That is according to American Science Association or American Standard Association. So these are critical components. So when you're learning about business statistics, have this in mind. Have this in mind. It is a critical component in the analysis of data. Now, business statistics will help you when you are doing your research. When you are in fourth year, you are supposed to do a research, and this topic will be critical for you to learn. Just a minute. Yes, hello. Mhm. Question number 3. Determination of dissolution of partnership. Yeah, yeah. So we are saying without this, we can't make it. So I want you to actually pay critical attention. If you get these concepts in statistics, your data analysis will be critical. Now let me ask, do you know the formation of a project? Can you give me the body of a project? You start from where? We have preliminaries, chapter 1, which is introduction, chapter 2, which is literature review, chapter 3, which is research methodology. Now, in research methodology, this is where your game starts. You need to know, how are you collecting the data? Which method are you using? How will you analyze the data? Which method of analysis will you be using? How will you interpret your data? So chapter 4 talks about data analysis. Then chapter 5, summary, findings, and recommendation. Now, that is the composition of the project. So if you are doing a master's, it is a thesis. If you are doing PhD, it is a dissertation. So this is what you need to have right now. If you get this concept of statistics now, when it comes to your studies, when you're doing regression, it will not be a problem. When you're doing correlation, it will not be a problem. Now, the W's of the data set. What are these W's of the data set? So when you are actually dealing with the data, when you are collecting data, when you are planning yourself to do a research, these are the W's that you will always be asking yourselves. Number 1 W is who? The observation. Population, set of all objects you are interested in obtaining the value of some parameters. 4. Since we usually can't observe all objects, we take a sample of objects, a subset of the overall population of the object to observe. The observation. This is where the questionnaire comes in. Who are you observing? So it brings in the population. So population is the lump sum, the total of what is supposed to be researched. But now you can't do all the population. If you are doing a population of Kenya, you want to find out particular problem in the society, you can't actually question all Kenyans, 50 million Kenyans, but you can take only 100 Kenyans and you will be able to know what is happening in Kenya, what is the problem Kenyans are facing, and especially maybe economically, financially, psychologically. So these are critical components. Population, and then narrow it now down to the what? To the sample. That is who. Number 2, is what? The variables. Now, what are you testing? What are you planning to test? Remember, when you're doing a research, in your process of doing a research, I want you to have this in mind. You must identify what are your variables. Now, there are two only types of variables in the making. There is what you call there is what you call dependent variables and independent variables. Other books talk about predictor and predicted variables. So when you are dealing with research, give clearly what are your variables. So the variables are independent variables and dependent variables. Independent variables predict predicts dependent variables. Then the question why. Why was the data collected? Why are you collecting the very data? What do you want to solve? What is the problem on the ground? So why are you collecting this data? Number three, how was the data collected? So we are answering the question how. How means, how do you collect the data? Relate to the design and sample. So we have what you call research design. So in the research design, we have number one research design, we have what you call purposive, explorative, descriptive. So which design are you employing? Now once you have identified your design, then tell us how will you sample the data? How will be your sampling? Are you using in the sampling of the data, we talk about random sampling, stratified sampling, probabilistic and non-probabilistic sampling. So you need to tell us how will be your sampling be operationalized. And then number three, no, the last one, the WY, when and where. More information that could be relevant. So we are asking ourselves, when are you doing the study? Where are you doing the study? When are you doing it? Is it from January to December of 2020 or January to December of 2019? And then where? Tell us the place. Is it Safaricom? Is it Telcom? Is it dairies, Brookside, or manufacturing company? Is it financial company? So you need to tell us where and when. So these are the critical questions that you will be asking and answering as you do what we call data set. You're bringing out the data. Who, what, why, how, when, and where. So these are questions. Anytime you're dealing with the data, anytime you